What's going on, everyone? Taylor Kyles and Mike Kadlick here for CLNS Media, reporting from the 5th day of Patriots OTAs, but the 2nd day that's been open to reporters. And this was a session where we saw some pretty impressive stuff from a couple of young receivers who would really be a big use of the Patriots in terms of a little bit of juice added to the receiving core, namely Taquon Thornton and Javon Baker. Now, Taquon Thornton is someone who's actually been used, looks like, with the top offensive group pretty consistently, really on the outside, where it feels like the team is trying to put him in position to really establish himself and make the most of his opportunities in year 3, where we haven't really seen him on the field early on in his career. And then Javon Baker, someone who obviously taken in the 4th round, expectations aren't terribly high, at least from an outside perspective, but some of the plays he made today were extremely impressive and the kind of things where you think he may be able to turn into that X receiver that New England hasn't had for a while. But Mike, first, what were your impressions from what those guys did today?
Yeah, I'll say exciting stuff from Baker. Obviously, it's good to see the 4th round rookie come out here and really show his stuff. But I have to start with Taquon because he's doing it again to us. 3 years in a row, impressive springs without pads, so we got to preface it with that, but he looks really good. He looks fast. He looks in control. His hands look good. His route running looks much improved from last season, and he looks like, again, a better player once he's actually on the field. And we talked about it on our pod the other day. Taquon's a solid football player. He just hasn't been able to get on the field. So hopefully he continues to stay healthy. But, man, he looks really good out here. Again, the first X on the field, sort of leading the charge with that wide receiver room. They've also used him a bit on special teams, which we noted. There was a photo of him and Brendan Schooler working together at OTAs earlier last week. Now he's out there getting some gunner reps and some other down the list wide receivers. So hopefully he can establish himself on special teams too. But overall, really impressed with the 3rd-year wide receiver today.
Yeah, Taquon and actually Javon Baker both getting some reps at gunner. So obviously guys who are still younger, looking for as many ways to get on the field. I think that's really smart. But like you said, with Taquon, you noticed the hands and the route running do look improved, which was to be expected somewhat. He's not a bad player. I thought he had a good career at Baylor, but didn't really get the coaching or, of course, the time on the field to really get to grow. But now we're seeing he is on the field. He's bulked up a little bit. Maybe that'll help him once things get a little bit more physical. And also the presence of Taquon Underwood, I think, is going to be huge for him. Someone who's worked with receivers, played the position, and can maybe do more with him in terms of technique. But you saw today, Taquon Thornton, he caught a deep bomb during team drills. Also had an impressive grab from Jacoby Brissett where Jacoby squeezed it in between a couple zone defenders and Taquon made the grab. So,
that was one of my favorite plays of the day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, again, good day from Taquon. And then Javon Baker. I'll say he had 2 of the most impressive catches. We've only seen 3 total Patriots practices. 1 was rookie minicamp. Not a lot's going on, but still, they really stood out, and they are the plays to beat because they were some real highlight reel grabs. What was your perspective on those?
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a player who can, I don't want to say, start from day one, but he can make an impression, very early on in his career. So he looks, continue to get his rapport in with the quarterbacks. He's making highlight plays against NFL cornerbacks. Like you said, on just the 3rd day we've seen these guys. So I'm really looking forward to see what he can do at X, really at Z. They can kind of use him anywhere, I think, in this offense. So again, he's a really exciting player. We've seen it in the lead up to his first practices here, the post-draft stuff, the interviews, things like that. Get your popcorn ready for Javon Baker because it's going to be pretty fun.
Taking a quick time out from this video to tell you about our sponsor, Prize Picks. Get in on the excitement with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where you can turn your hoops knowledge into serious cash. Download the app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less, it's that easy. And the things that really excited you when watching his tape was, one, the way he works the sideline. He's a good separator, but also when the ball's in the air, I think there's been conflation with the fact that he is a good contested catch receiver with he can't get separation. I think there's been a little bit too much of that, but you saw today there were a couple passes that weren't necessarily perfect where he was in tight coverage and was able to make those catches and kind of steal it away from defenders. And the most impressive one I thought was the second of those grabs. Both were downfield where he actually managed to get his feet in bounds on a play where everybody on the side was like, wait, did he actually get in? And from every indication, it looked like he was able to. And on the first one, it looked like he was actually in double coverage and managed to steal the pass away. So again, Taquon Thornton and Javon Baker, 2 guys where if they can carve out significant roles, maybe not guys that play every snap, but if they're on the field and making catches for you, you could probably expect this is going to be a Pats offense with a little bit more juice than what we've seen in previous seasons. Now, make sure to keep it locked on to Patriots Press Pass for all our YouTube videos, and for all our written work, check out clnsmedia.com. And with the NBA Finals Finals going on, I got to tell you about our good friends at Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Make sure to subscribe to Patriots Press Pass for all your Patriots news and updates on YouTube. And for all our written work, make sure you check out clnsmedia.com.